Hey everyone, noah.tempestarii here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. So today I have another how-to video for you guys, and so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to create your own banishing oil. So banishing oil is used to banish people. It could be used to banish bad habits, negative traits, bad situations. And how you would use it is you would use it to anoint your candles with. When you're working with candle magic, you can use it to anoint your crafts like spell bags or gree bags, poppets, things like that. So before we begin with the fun part of putting it all together, I do want to give my disclaimer here. So my how-to videos are to be seen as a concept, so everything that I show here can be used as kind of like your foundation to build your own spells. Now you're more than welcome to use everything I show here exactly the way that I show it here, or you can choose to pick bits and pieces of whatever resonates with you, or nothing at all. Overall, this is just an example of how to create a banishing oil. There are millions of recipes out there, so you can just look them up on Google if you don't like this one here, but at least you have an idea of how to create your own. And then also make sure you watch this video in its entirety, because if you ask a question about something that I've already answered within the video itself, I'm not going to answer it again, so just make sure you watch the video all the way through. And so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to need is a container to put your oil in. So I have a bunch of these bottles from my shop. They're from Amazon. I bought these on Amazon, but I have a bunch of them for my shop. And so what you're going to do is have your vessel or container, make sure that you do cleanse it as well as physically clean it. So I would just put this in sea salt water and submerge it and then pour it out, let it dry out, and that's how I'll cleanse it. That's the easiest way to cleanse it, the most accessible way to cleanse it. You can use smoke cleansing, you can put some sea salt in here. Those are some optional ways you can do it as well. And then for this particular recipe, I'm going to use some coarse sea salts. This I bought from the grocery store. And I'm going to use some of my siren salt. You can use black salt, witch's salt, or you can also use black pepper if you don't have any of that. And then the last ingredient I have is some crushed red peppers. So these are the three ingredients we're going to throw in there. And then for my carrier oil, which is the oil you would use as your base, I'm just going to go ahead and use some olive oil. This is pretty common to use. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in the sea salt first, and notice I'm not using a mortar and pestle. You can use that, but you're not required to. I like to just put everything together in my hand. So there's the sea salt there, and what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and just stir it counterclockwise. Counterclockwise banishes and rids of the negative entity, and so we want to think of what we want to banish moving forward. So this particular oil can be as specific as possible, or it can be as general as possible. So if I just want it for banishing, that banishing energy, we're just going to put banishing energy. So we're just thinking banishing, getting rid of, moving forward. Then we're going to go ahead and get some red pepper flakes. And we're going to do the same thing. So again, like I said, you can use your mortar and pestle if you want to. You can use a bowl and a spoon. I'm just using my hand here to show you that you don't have to have all the tools that you most commonly see. So just stirring it counterclockwise to banish and rid. And starting to look actually really pretty. I like the way it looks. Okay, and then lastly, we have some of my siren salt. Like I said, you can use black salt, witch's salt. You can use black pepper if you don't have any of the above mentioned. Okay, and this one I'm not going to stir because the charcoal and the siren salt is going to go all over my hand. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop on my my funnel, and I'm going to go ahead and pour in the mixture. So we got our mixture in there now. And so what I like to do from here is further empower it. So what you're doing is you're putting in your intention, your will, your energy for banishing. And this can be done under a waning moon, which is also used to rid and banish. It doesn't have to be particularly made under a waning moon. That's just one additional way you can charge it. As I always say, every time is a great time to practice magic, but waning moon would charge it further for you. So just put that energy in there for banishing. I want to get rid of that. Okay, and once you feel that it's fully empowered moving forward, you want to go ahead and add your carrier oil. So I'm going to pop back in my filter. I'm sorry, my funnel. And then we're going to pour some of the oil. We're having a thunderstorm, you guys. I hope you guys can hear it. It sounds amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna set this down here. We're gonna cap it. And whenever I mix my oils, I like to mix them to the rhythm of my heartbeat. So what I do is I put it in my power hand. So your power hand is usually your dominant hand. So I'm a lefty, so I put it in my left hand. And then I take my other hand and I place my index finger and middle finger on my neck to find my pulse. And then once I find my pulse, I just go ahead and shake the bottle to the rhythm of my heartbeat. And this further empowers it because I feel that your heart is like your energy center, and as it beats, it pulses that energy throughout your entire body. And so through your power hand, you're able to project it out and then into the oil. So that's just my what I envision moving forward as I'm further empowering it in this way, and I'm also mixing it at the same time. Okay, and this is what we have here. We have our banishing oil. So you want to go ahead and move forward to charge this further. So you can charge it by using either a red candle, a black candle, or a white candle, and then just empower it with your intention for banishing. It can be as specific as possible or as general as you like moving forward. And you can burn it either on top of it, on the side of it, or you can make like a circle of your ingredients here. So we use the coarse sea salt, the red pepper flakes, and the siren salt. So you can make like a circle of your mixture around it, place a candle within, and then charge it like that. When you place it on your altar, you can also take some time to just empower it with your own energy with your hands. And so you just want to charge it every day moving forward. So the length of time pretty much depends on you and how you feel. I've charged oils for like a month before. I've charged oils for a few days before. I've charged oils for a few weeks before. It just depends on what resonates with you, what feels right to you moving forward. So this oil will keep for a very long time, but the nose knows. So I would say at least 6 months if you keep it in a cool and dry place. And what you want to do is just, take the cap off and smell it. And if it starts to smell like, a little weird or funky or rancid, that's when you want to throw it out and make another batch if you like. Now, I always encourage to make smaller batches of oils, because when you make a big batch of oil, chances are you're going to be wasting a lot of product making that big bottle, because it's going to take forever to use. Like this bottle, you guys, this bottle is going to last a very, very long time because you only use a little bit of it. Or at least I do. I mean, I don't know if you like to douse, your spouse with the oil like this or whatever, but I usually just put some on my fingers or on my finger and then anoint the candle, or just pour a little bit on top of the candle if it's like enclosed in a glass. If I put it on like poppets or spell bags, I just use like little drips of it. So this will last you a long time if you use it like that. But to each their own. If you want to make a bigger batch because you feel you're going to use it more, go ahead and make a bigger batch moving forward. So yeah, so this is our banishing oil, and If you have any further questions, you can go ahead and comment them down below. Again, this bottle was bought on Amazon. I bought like, I think it came like 20 or 40 packs, something like that, of these bottles here. I usually buy my corked bottles from Hobby Lobby. You can find them at Hobby Lobby. And everything else you can find at the grocery store. The sea salt at the grocery store, the pepper flakes at the grocery store, the olive oil, which is my carrier oil, at the grocery store. But you can use any oil you want. You can use almond oil, you can use grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, even vegetable oil. That's what you have on hand. And then the siren salt, this particular one I sell in my shop. It's it's in my shop, or you can just make some yourself. I do have a video on how to make black salt. You can find it in my how-to video playlist. All right, so that's all I have for you guys today. So if you're new here, be sure to click the subscribe button and also the bell, so you get all my notifications of when I post my videos or whenever I go live. And to everyone, if you felt inspired by this video or you found it helpful, I ask that you please pay it forward by liking the video and also commenting down below. Your interaction with the channel helps it to be more easily found by others just like yourself who are looking for guidance and a sense of belonging in their own path in this community. So help me help everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love and many blessings.